Okay, so this episode we're going to talk about common issues with Shopify stores. So we're going to talk about what common issues the store owners have when they have a Shopify shop. So we got a list of like 4. I'm going to go by the issue, like how we approach how to fix something, and then I'm going to show you what's the usual issue with that. So we're going to go on-page SEO and how it reflects on the shopping-based ads. So a lot of agencies and a lot of stores, they set up SEO, but they don't take into consideration that a description and a title is optimized differently with ads and shopping. So with Google AdWords, the titles aren't indexed, like they're not indexed through the shopping. It's the description with the SEO. Yes, it's displayed, but it's usually indexed through the description. So with the AdWords or the regular AdWords, it's the title. But with the shopping, it's the description. Why is that? I don't know. My guess would be that if the description just shows professionalism, really, because if the keyword is in the description, it's more than likely in the title. So, plus, it's more characters, so it's more likely to be indexed efficiently. So Google's saying, okay, if the keyword is in the description, it's probably in the rest of the page. So now it's going broad with a niche keyword. So you're shopping. So with shopping, it's very competitive, and they're going to go with the best description. So that's the first one. So dynamic remarketing for those who didn't reach a successful checkout. So basically remarketing to customers who didn't check out and how you do it. Because you can remarket to people and be annoying. Just because they didn't, it's different scenarios why they don't check out. But you can be annoying in how you remarket. So it's good to be on the knowing on why they didn't check out and distribute the remarketing campaign based on that reasoning, and think of how you can solve the problem the best way you can. Not just, I see that you checked out, why didn't you do that, or something like that, which would be a good approach, but it's different scenarios. You might have seen them, they checked out because the shipping wasn't free, and you'd be like, I want to offer you free shipping. And then they'll be like, yeah, I see that. I didn't check out because it was free shipping. Because you was looking at the replay. You're looking at the replay. And you was like, okay. You see. So now you go competitor analyzing and targeting their most paid keywords. So back to keywords being the best approach to a new store. Because that's what's being typed. You always... If you focus on what's being typed by the customer, because everybody is typing. They're typing a text message, they typing a YouTube search, they have a business, so they're always typing. Everybody is typing. So the keyword is the most important thing. That's why video took off, because if you have a video, then you can just put up a camera, but you don't really need a keyword. You can just go video. But with keywords to a store, a video is worthless without the right keywording over time, because you're just going wide, and you're just going. So okay, paid keywords. So you don't go too broad. Make sure it's paid. Buyer's intent, and buyer's intent is subjective. It doesn't have to be ping pong tables. Buy ping pong tables. Yeah, that's buyer's intent, but red ping pong table is buyer's intent as well, because Nobody's just randomly looking at red ping pong tables without some type of interest to buy or either sell, which benefits you either way. So choosing buying type keywords and targeting them for SEO. So that's basically what I talk about. Ping pong tables, red ping pong tables. That's SEO. Leverage, blue ocean, you're going left. Matching descriptions with shopping ads. That goes with what I was talking about with the shopping-based SEO. So descriptions, SEO. Copy, good copy. Make sure it's good copy, not just stuffing, because you're going to lose with that. Don't stuff ping pong table. Oh, it's a ping pong table, nice ping pong table, great ping pong table. It's like, no. Highlight benefits, make it feel good. New, easy, safe, big. That's universal. With Google shopping ads, descriptions. When you think Google shopping ads, think description. Now, analyzing your current revenue and increasing your current profits. Yes, revenue doesn't mean you're making money. You can have $1 million in revenue, but you're spending $2 million on ads, and you're not making any money back, right? So you don't have a team who can provide a great snowball. So they can promise you, I can make you 200 or 300%, but that don't mean they can do it. So you're more likely the best to go with a team who can tell you, hey, be honest. You say, we can start with 30, and if they can promise you 30, that's good. Because if they're good enough to promise you 30, they're honest enough to tell you that, hey, it'll be 100 or 200% within a week or 2 months or whatever. But if somebody tells you, it's too little and I need this much, either they're making a lot of money and they're trying to make a lot, or they're either stupid or they're just greedy. They're rushing, right? Or they're just rushing, which is good too. Some people are in a rush to make 400% fast. But I just think it's a terrible mindset, because you're going to make it in either way. Like, 50% 4 times is 400%. Or, 4 times, it's 200%. But you get what I'm saying. If it's snowball, you'll make it over time. But what good is 400% one time if the next time it's going to be 10%? It was casino. It was, so they not. It's like, I went to my team can get me better than that. I know someone who can get me better than that. Then okay, they know somebody who can get them better than that. Then that's that. But if they haven't ran it and they're like, I know somebody who can do it, and then they do it, and then the next time they're like, it's 10%, and they're like, I should have went with the guy who promised me 30, and over time. So you go with the honesty. So improving your copy. So yes, improving copy is gold. Like, it's just, if you're optimizing for copy, you're optimizing for more sales. That's a common issue. Bad copy. Bad copy is probably the number one issue. I would say if I was to go to a Shopify store of a new owner, and I would look at the first thing, the number one issue I know that they're going to have is bad copy. Usually, I would say the worst thing they're going to have is bad copy, because that's a skill that nobody really knows. Like, that's a skill set. It's a trade, really. The trade is the psychology of it, and seeing the layers in the psychology. A good copywriter sees the layers in the psychology, but somebody who's just looking, they just feel it. They're just feeling the page. But the copywriter knows how to present the feeling. Interest in demographic ad strategy improvement. Yes, that's a big one. Because sometimes interest targeting is not good. Sometimes it's just to go broad. Like, if you're selling, let's say you're selling Pokemon clothing, right? So let's say you're selling Pokemon shirts. Sometimes you would think, I should target Pokemon fans. And then you'd be like, sometimes it's just not to target any Pokemon fans. Sometimes it's just to say, I'm just going to promote these shirts to people in certain demographics who like clothing. So it's like, I just sold this Pikachu shirt to somebody who don't even like Pokemon. So ensure every tactic is being used to increase your sales. Okay, so yeah, a marketing team or a Shopify store, you should be using every single. You should leverage everything that you have to make sales. So if you got a sales team, you got AdWords, you got Google Shopping. If you got AdWords with no Google Shopping, get Google Shopping. If you got Facebook, but you're not highly optimized, then get optimized. If you don't have a backup, if you don't have a Instagram shop, get an Instagram shop. You don't have a Facebook shop, get a Facebook shop. If you don't have an Etsy, get an Etsy. If you don't have an eBay, get an eBay. Like, go wide. Go as wide as you can with what you can, because Etsy has SEO. Etsy has SEO. eBay has SEO. It all goes together. And you're just going wider, and you're spreading yourself wider. Get a Pinterest. Go wide as you can with what works, especially with SEO. And then build it on what ranks faster so you can stack. So let's see. Ensure all processes of generating sales are consistent. So sales, yeah, that's just management. That's just once you're making money, make sure everything is penny optimized. Like, oh, this could go wrong. This can go wrong. Anything that can go wrong, sew it up. It's like if you own a water park, right? You can see. Just imagine your store like a water park. Any pipe that busts, anything can go wrong. If a pipe busts, you need the best pipes. You need the best anything, because it's a water park. Any leakage, anything, you're losing. So you should have that mind, that same thing. Terrible product feed. Yep, that goes. So product feed is definitely, that goes with Google Shopping. So that goes with nice pictures, good copy, and make sure the descriptions match the index process. But mostly pictures, title, and descriptions, and make sure they're beautiful. So even if you do, let's say you do different color backgrounds. So I'm gonna do a white background and a blue background. Make sure, like, if they're scrolling, it looks good. That's why white backgrounds are the best, because if you, let's say you're selling shoes and you got different color shoes, it just goes together. Poor conversion. So yeah, poor conversion tracking. That's another one. I have to speed this up because I'm trying to keep this one under 15 minutes. So poor conversion tracking, not knowing why this is not selling. Why is it not selling? Why? Like, if you don't know why something is selling, you should figure it out. It might be copy. It might be you don't know how to run Facebook ads. You don't know how to talk to an ads person. That's why agency exists. And picking a good agency is important, because the agency should be like your little mentor. They shouldn't be like, oh, I'm just going to take your money and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're doing. Like, they should be teaching you a little bit in the process. Like, okay, you sell this and this is what we're going to do, and this is why this is not happening, and you sold here, and they'll update you. How is this going? That's a good agency. So terrible campaign settings. Yes, that's a big one. Bad bidding, bad manual bidding. You got to set the automatic. So Google's just setting up whatever they want, and they're just throwing your money away. Terrible location targeting. All of that. You have to have a good AdWords guy who knows that stuff. Like, not somebody who just, oh, yeah, we can do your AdWords. They put it on automatic, and then it's like, oh, yeah, I'm the AdWords guy. It's like, no. No, that's wrong. So no negative keywords, right? No negative keywords. So let's say you sell ping pong tables, and it's like chocolate ping pong tables or free ping pong tables. It's like, no, negative keyword would be free, because you're selling. So you don't want people who's searching for free. That's just a small example. So that's common issues with Shopify stores. In 15 minutes, you can replay this back.